Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And I just want to talk today, which you've probably gathered from the title, is how ridiculous it is to keep using things like Google Trends and even more so Twitch tracker and Twitch views to somehow argue either the quality of a game or the success that a game is seeing. Now, I want to also attach this, that you can somewhat argue that potentially, the content creators and the views of a game is connected to the success of games, because that's been a thing in the past. Content creation can propel games to be global successes, to be wonders in the space. We've seen it with many games in the past, but in the gacha space, it's not quite the same, because this is quite a niche space for the global audience at least, and it really doesn't require that, because CN does most of the major pushing for these sort of games, and that's how they continue to be relevant and continue to make bank. America and global tends to not be so important. Still very important, but not as important. And once again, we're back with this absolute moron using these numbers again. Now, I'm not here to defend Enfield. I don't care personally. I really like the game, and 1.2 I think was amazing. 1.2 in Enfield is probably been the best 1.2 of all of the big gacha games, whatever that means, but you know what it means. It was brilliant. What a ride up to Neferif boss fight, some insane set pieces, and the post Neferif fight as well was just brilliant. The music choices, once again, Hypergriff proving that they are a music company. LARPing as a game developer just blew me away. Insane patch for me personally, but that's my personal opinion. But I want to talk about this specifically and how Twitch tracker is continue to be used as some sort of battering ram by this idiot to prove that a game is not good or is failing. It's just stupid. We've got Twitch, a website that continues to make shitty decisions and continues to lose market share to other websites. But even if it didn't, it's not reflective of what the game is doing in terms of revenue and global success. And I just want to play this clip before we go and look at some other titles as well. Now, you can argue with Enfield being newer, maybe it would be nice for more people to be watching it. Maybe people are just not interested in watching it. I don't know. Maybe they don't like to watch it. Maybe they don't like the game, but I don't think Twitch tracker is any sort of definitive proof that a game is failing or needs to EOS or soft launch again. And it's definitely not a good factor to determine the money, because we've seen how much money Enfield has been making. Okay, editing pixel here as well. I just wanted to quickly add in a little bit of context regarding viewers and CN and how little Twitch matters as well. Even though, again, I'm not specifically using views as a metric here. I'm just offering a counterpoint. Right, you can see here for Arknight's Enfield over on Bilibili, the numbers are ridiculous. Millions of views on certain videos, hundreds of thousands of views on other videos. Damn, even my own videos on Bilibili, some are getting over 100,000 views. Which does not matter in the grand scheme of things, is what I'm trying to say here. Again, I'm not using the views argument to prop up Enfield. I'm just saying that Twitch itself is such a microcosm of a niche space in the West, and how it's such a stupid argument in general to make. When if you go over to Bilibili and start to look at gacha games, you'll see the real scale and size in that community and in that region, and it just dwarfs global, and it absolutely obliterates Twitch views. They mean nothing. But let me just play this clip to just show you some idiot sort of thought process from this guy here. Let me sorry to do this to you once again. I've claimed on this dude enough. I don't want to go back to it, but it just made me laugh. Just listen to this.
Enfield 1.2, and you probably guessed the type of reception that I received from the community. Enfield 1.2 is absolute garbage. Are you ready?
Right, that should obviously get a positive reception, right? I made a video having issues with a bike in Wuthering Waves, and I was told that that was rage bait, and to expect getting absolutely dragged by the community and other CCs for having such an opinion. I didn't say the game was garbage. I said the bike was garbage, and that was seen by Saint and many others as, well, what do you expect? You should get destroyed by the community for having dense opinions. This is an objective statement of shitting on the game because that's his thing, right? Which I don't care. Again, I'm not here to defend Enfield. I'm just showing you how much of a moron this dude is once again.
For the engagement on that bad boy, 54%
Gacha.
like ratio.
Gacha.
861 likes, 722 dislikes.
Which I'm sure you expected that. Saint, you fucking idiot. Because if you didn't, you're more dense than I thought. I know what I know that you know what you're doing. So come on.
Likes, 785 fucking comments. How about instead of brigading my YouTube channel, go play the fucking game?
Go play the game. Instead of brigading Saint's stupid takes, go play the game, proceeds to bring up Twitch tracker. What the fuck has that got to do with playing the game? So you're saying, don't watch my video that I definitely created to make you watch my video with a clickbait dumbass title. Don't come watch that video. Go watch Twitch, because that proves that you're watching or you're playing the game. The stuff that comes out this dude's mouth is just idiotic, right?
How about instead of typing about how
His little meat sausage
good
hands.
the game is and how I'm wrong for calling it dog shit, go play the game. Oh,
So don't interact with his takes, which he's baited you into doing, which you shouldn't. I guess I'm being baited here, but I'm genuinely not here to defend Enfield. Couldn't give a fuck if you like the game. Like, I don't care about Saint, but I don't care if you watching this likes the game, right? But this idiot is saying, don't come watch the content I'm trying to get you to watch. Go play the game. Let's bring up Twitch tracker to prove that you're not playing the game. Retard. Actual retard. But let's just have a look at some other titles, right? If we go over to Limbus Company, 64 people watching Limbus Company, right? There's 24,000 people playing the game right now. Really, really good indicator of how many people are actually playing Limbus Company, right? Because 64 people playing, man, there only must, I'm watching, man, there must be like 50 people playing the game, right? Again, once again, stupid indicators to use. It's just as stupid as Google Trends. Honkai Star Rail, it's got 2.1k viewers. You know, if you go to the revenue charts, top the revenue charts, of course, these aren't accurate. They're underrepresentative, right? They're higher than this, but you get my point, right? We go to Art Knights Enfield. 588 viewers. Yeah, it's less than Wua, right? Fair enough. More people watch Wuthering Waves on Twitch. That's a given. If we want to talk Twitch success, Wua is more successful than Enfield, I guess. Fair argument. But I'm not sure what that means about the game itself. Quality or success in terms of a business. Kind of an idiot argument to make. But would you expect any less, right? So we're saying that the views are relative to the players. So Wuthering Waves mustn't have many people playing it. But I'm sure if we had a look on the Twitch tracker, right, I'm sure there's probably 10, 20,000 people playing the game. I don't know. I'm not interested in looking, because you get what I'm saying, right? You understand what I'm saying? NTE, 12,000 people playing. The game made, what, $14 million in the first day. These numbers do not reflect the success and how much people are playing these games. I know I don't need to tell you this stuff, but I just kind of wanted to express it. I care that Enfield is successful because I like the game. I don't care to prove to you that the game is good, right? Obviously, I couldn't give a fuck. I ain't got an agenda like this dented moron here who's constantly... We were speaking about this earlier. He has become what he set out to fight. He is the old Genshin community, the part of the Genshin community that attacked every single new game. They set out to defend Wuthering Waves and are now on the attack on everything that isn't Wuthering Waves. You can dislike Enfield, fair enough, but 1.2, in my opinion, was a fire patch. Better than Genshin's 1.2, Wua's 1.2, Star Rail's 1.2, Zenless is 1.2, and I like all of those games, but I think it was a better patch, right? But it's just insane to me that this dude continues to use this stupid tracker and the idea that Twitch is the be-all and end-all of this game. Now I know, dude's rage baiting. It's clear as day. Dude's got an insane agenda. He talks about people getting the bag, but the problem for him is he can't get the bag, so he shits on the other games. This dude will tell you you're a shill for getting a bag from Enfield, for getting a bag from NTE, from getting a bag from Huyo, and then we'll go on to stream Heroes of History. Bro was trying to tell people that Heroes of History is a good little side game for you, and we're talking about shilling. At least those games are actually decent. I don't want to listen to anything coming out of this rat's mouth about shilling. Bro would take every bag if it came along. The problem is, he's a brand risk, and only games like Hero of History want to sponsor this fucking idiot. So I just wanted to say that, right? Go play 1.2 if you like Enfield, because it's amazing. I think it's actually really, really good. But I'm not here to try and prove to you how good Enfield is. I'm just trying to tell you, don't fall into the same trap as this moron of using things like Google Trends and Twitch Tracker as a way to try and prove to anybody, if you're having a disagreement about video games, that it means anything. It is the most stupid metric to try and prove anything. All it proves is how many people are deciding to use that particular website to watch a game. And as I said before, content can push games, right? But the gacha space isn't the space that's really doing that. These games are making bank, whether anybody watches them on YouTube. And it just fascinates me. Dudes like, I'm getting brigaded. No, you're saying dumb shit, bro. So people are shitting on you because you're saying dumb shit. And to say, instead of brigading me, go play the game, and then brings up Twitch tracker as proof that they're not playing the game, is asinine. But we've come to know this from Saint. Saint is a fucking cretin who really just can't help himself. But hey, it is what it is. Twitch tracker is a useless metric. And hey, it could have 1 million people watching. It wouldn't make Enfield any better. The less views that it's got doesn't make it worse. Maybe it just means people are not interested in watching it. That might be true. Maybe it's a shit game to watch. Who knows? I don't know. I enjoy playing it. I'm not that bothered about watching people make content on it, if I'm honest, but I'm not exactly the representative of what determines who wants to watch what. Let's not pretend that Wuthering Waves is setting the world alight with 4K viewers. Like, you know, it is what it is. Twitch represents fuck all, really. And to try and prove other ways, it's just a false metric to try and use. If China cares about the gacha game, guess what? It's going to do well. If Japan cares about the gacha game, guess what? It's going to do well. If Twitch cares about the gacha game, guess what? It's probably not going to make much of an impact on a game as well. What do you want me to say? It's about as good of argument as using, and I just want to say here, NTE has glaring issues in terms of production quality, writing, pacing, a lot of things, right? Jank. I like the game, but it's got a lot of issues. NTE at 1.0 isn't even anything as good as Enfield at 1.0, or probably even WUA. But let's stop having these conversations when we compare WUA at 3.1, 3.2, or whatever the fuck it's at, and comparing it to the launch window of NTE, and then taking people like Asmongold's statements as gospel. Like, how can you do that in good faith? But again, this dude never does anything in good faith. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about that. 1.2 was really good, actually, personally. It was a quality patch, genuine quality patch, and Hypergriff smashed it with the music as well. I very much enjoyed it, actually. But again, I'm not here to try and sell Enfield for you. I'm just trying to tell you, this shit is dumb. This guy's dumb. Don't be like this guy. Don't use Twitch tracker as some argument that proves anything other than people are not exactly watching the game much, or even streaming it much. Or maybe the streamers who stream Enfield are just not entertaining. I don't know. Maybe that might be the case, right? Who knows? Who knows? But it's got nothing to do with the revenue or the success or the quality that this guy'd like to tell you. And if you believe this stuff that comes out this dude's mouth, I've got a bridge to sell you. And it's going at a good price as well. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think down below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you're new. We might even talk about the AI, or I might take a clip from my stream talking about the AI situation with NTE, trying to come at a bit more of a nuanced angle about AI in general, rather than this specific situation. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-ra.